Hello, hello, welcome back. My name is David Peterson. I am a real estate agent in Southwest Florida. I cover all the way from Punta Gorda down to Marco Island. Now, in today's video, I want to talk about how I look at statistics to keep up to date and what's going on in the market right now. So if that is something that interests you, stick around. We're going to go to Stats Residential. So first I'm going to select days on market versus list price median. We'll go through that. Let's zoom out here. So on the left-hand side, these are the days on market. That's how long a house, once it's listed, how long it usually takes to sell. Now you can see back in January 2020, all before COVID happened, we have 50 days. That's how long it would generally take, okay? Really kind of average in the industry. Okay, so now we see that during COVID, after and during the lockdown periods right here, houses were selling like every 4 days. Like you would put it on the market and they would put in contingencies like no buyer inspection contingency. It's absolutely insane. And the clients I had during this time, a lot of them just were not able to buy a house. It was a very difficult time to be a buyer's agent. Unlike right now, where houses are sitting a little bit longer. But yeah, 3 or 4 days. They'd be listed and sold in days. There was absolute pandemonium during this time. So the average house is now sitting back on the market for about 50 days. So we've finally come full circle. It's taken us 4 years to get back to where we need to be. But you can see that's where we are right now. On this other axis, what we have is the home price. This is the median or the list price. So not what it sells for necessarily, but what they're putting on the market for. So over on this right side, we have the blue. Yes, this is the blue one. The blue one is, so back in 2020, your median home price, just most houses that are sold, they would be selling around $300,000 just 4 years ago. But now prices have steadily risen and they've reached that $500,000 per each house. And now we are at $500,000 and that is the price. Personally, I'd like to see that price come down a little bit because, I'm for the little guy. I like, young families and young people that are just looking to get started in their first home. This is completely unaffordable. So you can see the price has gone up. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take a look here at historic count of active listings. So this is how many listings are on the market at any given moment. Now, about 20,000 listings. That's just how many houses are for sale, right? And then during this panic buying, everybody came and bought. So yeah, during this time, it was very difficult. There were just less houses. There was half as many houses and twice as many buyers trying to get it. And then look at this. We've come back up now. And now back in January of last year, 2024, you can see that we've gone even above that 20,000. So houses are starting to sit longer. So this is what, this is kind of reaction. This is like a yo-yo, it goes down and then comes back up. Well, it kind of overcompensates by going back up. And if you're in stock investing, you've heard of a dead cat bounce. Well, this is the reverse of this. This is where it pumps up and then comes back down. So the overreaction to the prices, to the number of listings there, now there's more listings than there are buyers to sell it. But over time, it's going to stabilize, and it should come back to about 20,000, which is the normal for our market. Now, this one's not too hard to figure out, right? So over here, we had just very normal, very stable prices from 2015 to 2020 and our previous administration. And boom, just look at that inflation, right? The inflation's gone up, so the house prices have gone up to compensate. We would have to see a pretty deep recession in the economy to see these prices go back down. And that is possible, but I just don't see it very likely because the reasons that led to that in 2008 are not with us now. That's a different reason now for why the housing prices have increased. Immigration, we were talking about inflation, greater regulation in terms of getting new houses and new construction built. And another one a lot of people don't talk about is just people live longer. So there are more people living longer in their houses, and they are not selling them. I think it's just going to keep going upward. I hope I'm wrong, but that's what I kind of see going. And we are teetering out. I mean, I hope that we do come down a little bit here. Okay, what this chart is telling us is the original median price versus the sale price. We have a big problem in real estate where real estate agents are so desperate to get the listing that they'll tell sellers whatever they want to hear. They say, oh yes, Mr. Seller, your house is worth twice as much as it really is. And they'll say that so that they just get the listing and they think they're going to deal with it later, or that the seller is going to be reasonable and bring the price down. In my case, I won't take a listing unless it's sellable. So if someone wants $60,000 more for their house, well, if it's a $200,000 house, I'm going to say I can't take it at that price because I don't think it's going to sell, and that's not good for me, and it's not good for you either. You just have this house sitting on the market. Now, if it's over $1 million and it's $60,000 overpriced, yeah, I take that all day long, because at the end of the day, we don't want to overprice our houses. We really should see closer to buy and sell. So what makes up the gap here? It's the speed, right? If your home is priced higher than what the market price is, you'll eventually either drop the price or wait for the market to catch up with you. But what that means is you're going to sit on the market longer. You need to price your house right the very first time. Otherwise, it's going to sit for a long time. And there are costs associated with that. Not just like if your house is empty and you're paying mortgage on it, but also cleaning it every time you're going to go out. Or if you have renters, moving renters in and out. These are expensive costs. So when you make a decision to sell your house, generally you want to sell it right away. So getting it priced accurately is super important here. Okay, and here finally we can see the sales price to list price ratio. So yes, during this time, people would list their house and it would sell for above what the asking price was. So these are bidding wars we're looking at. So from July 2021 to July 2022, they were bidding wars. So what do you think? Did you like this video? If you like this video, please let me know. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the video. Let me know if you'd like to see more of this type of video where we dive into statistics and what that means for the market. Thanks and take care. I'll catch you later.